So we're currently in Kalimantan, where for the next few weeks, we're going to be attempting to track down some of the deadliest, rarest, and most unusual species that walk this earth. In last week's episode, we ventured deep into the jungles of Wakanda River searching for wildlife, and mate, we found no shortage of it. Saltwater crocodiles, mangrove cat snakes, giant toads. We even managed to catch the rarest crocodile that lives in this flooded jungle. Now today's plan is to try catch one of these potentially giant gharials during the day. But before that, we've got to travel up this crocodile infested river back to Wakanda village. So we're just cruising up the river and we're checking the locals' fish traps here in the morning to hopefully get them a feed. Nothing in that one. What bait are they using in these traps?
No, mostly they just put it like this. Or sometimes they use the palm oil fruit.
The palm oil
Palm
fruit.
oil fruit, yeah.
All right.
To attract the fish to come in. Let's check this one.
Whoa! Oh! What is that?
Mud snake or Anhydrus alternans.
A mud snake?
Yeah.
So did they get these in the fish traps a lot?
Yeah, because they eat the fish
Yeah.
inside of the trap. Yeah.
Are they venomous?
No, I guess.
Oh, look at the head.
It's very unique.
What's known about their venom? Is it a highly venomous species? Have you been bitten by the snake before?
Yeah, I've been bitten, but there is no reaction on me.
No reaction.
No reaction, yes.
Okay, but you survived a king cobra bite. I still don't trust you.
Yeah, let's check.
So we're just going to check the fangs on this snake because from what I've heard, they're really big for their size. So we'll just
Grab the head.
grab the head.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Then check the fang.
Oh, such a weird looking head on him.
Yeah, like anaconda.
Oh,
That's the fang.
that is a massive fang. But cute face.
Cute face.
Look at it. It looks like it's smiling. Just release the head and we'll get this water snake back in the water.
Yeah.
Where he belongs. Ready?
Yeah.
Boom. Gone. Sadly, we found nothing else in the remaining traps that morning, but it's a good thing that we checked them and found that snake, because although these mud snakes are at home in the water, eventually it would have drowned. You can actually see how slow it was as well. So it's good that we got to rescue him. First snake of the day, definitely won't be the last.
Beautiful.
So cool.
Yeah.
So we've just moved up from the river and into this oil palm plantation. Now the thing about this area is when they actually chop down these big oil palm leaves, it makes cover for a lot of different species. So in these big piles that we're seeing throughout this little plantation, there could be king cobras, spitting cobras, blood pythons. Since this used to be forest right here, it's not like the animals just disappear like that. They still need somewhere to hide. So Diaz and I are going to be digging around this little plantation, see if we can find any snakes. Lots of highly venomous species that'll call this place home. Big python! Big python right here. Blood python. Look at him curled up under there. Ready? Get a shot of this. Oh, that's spiky. Whoa! Look at that.
Wow.
Big aggressive snake.
Yeah.
And these guys mean business as well. You know, this is one of the species that we thought we'd find in here. They're not a happy snake.
Oh. Yeah, they really have a fast strike.
Fast strike, and also they're very accurate as well.
Exactly.
So take a look at this big fella right here. The short-tailed python, or blood python. Now they're called blood python for a reason. Just like that. Very fast striking snake. They look short, they look fat, but they're a very fast and accurate species. Matter of fact, if I get too close, he's definitely gonna whack me on the head right now. But we're gonna pick it up and show you this beautiful animal without getting bitten, hopefully. But it's gonna be a challenge. I'm gonna need you to distract him from that side, because just like the king cobras, if you just tap him over there, he might forget that I'm behind him. So I'm just gonna put my hand under this snake. He knows what's up. And we're gonna pick up this blood python. Take a look at that big fella. Another animal, another species out here in Wakanda River. Beautiful snake. And for their length, right? Like this is not a very long snake. All across Kalimantan, a lot of different places will actually eat them. And you can see they're a very fat snake. A lot of meat on them. And what are they supposed to taste like, Diaz?
It tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken. But the good thing for this python right here is the villagers in Wakanda Village don't actually eat these snakes. So this guy will be just fine. They actually like them to control the rat population because it's bad for the business if the rats eat the fruit. So they'll leave these snakes around here.
Woo! Look at that, guys. And the cool thing is about this species, also they have a, how you call it? Thermal sensor?
Oh, thermal sensor.
Thermal sensor. So
on the side of their head.
Yeah. So they at the front of their mouth, so they could feel the heat from their prey.
Yeah.
Oh, watch out, Mila. Watch out, watch out. The tail. It's
Pooping.
Pooping.
And so these snakes have heat sensing pits as well that they use to detect their prey. So they only come out after rain, really. This guy would have been sitting under this big pile of leaves right here, waiting for it to rain again. But still, if a little rat crawls past him, there's no way he's gonna miss the opportunity to eat it. Another species out here in Wakanda River, the blood python or short-tailed python. We're gonna get him back in there. All right, see you, buddy. It's a good start and it's a beautiful place to be exploring for the next couple days. We'll keep moving around this little plantation, lifting up these leaves and see if we can find any other snakes, maybe some highly venomous species, taking cover. Okay, so we're actually releasing a spitting cobra at the moment, another highly venomous snake from over here in Borneo. Diaz actually caught this one from someone's backyard and we're getting it back out here into the wild. And the amazing thing about this snakes, as you can hear in their name, they actually spit their venom. So it's not only bites that we're gonna have to worry about here, it's getting spat on in the eyes. Definitely recommend wearing glasses for this one. Okay, ready? You'll get a look at this beautiful snake, very dark in color. And so the thing about this animal is everyone talks about how dangerous it is handling king cobras. Now, if you get bitten by this snake right here, there is still a chance that you're gonna die. And people over here in Indonesia do die from getting bitten by spitting cobras every single year. What happens if he was to spit venom onto our skin? If I've just shaved this morning.
Into your skin, if there's no scar, it's fine.
It's okay.
Just wash it with the running water and that's it.
That's okay.
But if it like there is a scar or like for example, open wound, so it could be dangerous. The best thing to do when they get you on your eyes or they spit you on your eyes, just go to the running water, open your eyes, and then that's it.
And it washes the venom out.
Yeah.
Don't rub your eyes.
Don't rub your eyes because it's gonna make it worse. And the worst part is you can get blind.
You can go blind
from this snake.
Yeah. Yeah, so they spit accurately.
Yeah.
They target your eyes.
Exactly.
Look at that little spiral position that he's going up in. Beautiful. But you can understand why a family might want this snake out of their yard. And from what I've noticed with this snake, right, is it's not as easy to distract as a king cobra.
Yes.
If you touch it behind, even if it's fixated on something in front of it, it knows you're there still.
It knows you're there, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they rapidly strike back on you.
They strike back,
Yeah.
A lot different to the big kings, which you can actually work with. They fully fixate on what's in front of them.
Exactly. Not like this one.
But this one is a beautiful snake. Very good looking snake. I love the dark color on these spitting cobras. It's good to get the spitting cobra back out there into the wild. Beautiful snake, and yet another species out here in Kalimantan. Beautiful animal. Here we go, over here, mate. Alright, so the main reason that we've come out here is to try and track down one of the largest species of crocodile in the world, the False Gharial, that does call these little swamps out here in Wakanda River home. Now, it's going to be a lot easier to catch him after dark, but we've been cruising up this river and spotting them in the reeds on the shallows. So I'm going to get up the front of the boat, and if we spot one, we'll cut the engine, cruise up to it, and hopefully I can get a jump on one of these False Gharial. Let's go. Just spotted the first False Gharial of the day. Got him! Let's go! Look at that! We got one. That is super cool right there. One of the biggest species of crocodile on earth, the False Gharial. And the amazing thing about this and coming out to this river is no one really comes out here and researches these crocodiles. But it's actually estimated that there's only a few thousand mature crocodiles, False Gharials, left out there in the wild, and they stretch all the way across Sumatra, here in Kalimantan, Malaysia. So obviously jumping on crocodiles is not something that you can really practice too often. But what I had to do was get him just behind the neck right here, because he's got 76 to 84 really sharp interlocking teeth. They kind of have the same snout as a freshwater crocodile back home. Now, you saw earlier in this video, we actually caught some salties out in the mangroves. Now, they have a much wider snout, and if they were to get a hold of you, a crocodile, even of this size, it can absolutely tear you open. And this guy could do a number on you as well. Mainly around this size, it'd be eating fish. When he gets bigger, feeding on things like proboscis monkeys when they cross the rivers. And then the biggest specimens, the 4-5 meter False Gharial, that would live out here in these rivers as well, have even been known to take down deer, orangutans, and sometimes even people over here in Indonesia. Now, we're cruising up a giant river system that snakes through the jungle of Borneo. And no doubt in this river system with us, as we're cruising up, we would have passed False Gharials that were a lot bigger than this. But I feel safe in the water here at the moment because we got the crew in the water as well with us. But this guy would be hiding out from the bigger False Gharials. He wouldn't be in a place where there are bigger crocodiles, because he's definitely on the menu for a Gharial around 2, 3, 4, even 5 meters. But yeah, how cool is that? In the water with a False Gharial in Wakanda River. One of the most epic catches ever as well. That's so cool. Now, one thing I will say is just because you see a small crocodile by itself doesn't mean it's completely safe to swim in that area, and I don't think anyone should enter the water if there's a chance of there being bigger crocs around. So after about 5 minutes with this little Tomistoma, it was time to get out. False Gharial, one of the biggest crocodiles in the world, and a rare one as well that we've managed to find out here in Wakanda River. Let's go. So we've just spotted the species that we came out to this section of forest to find, and it is such a beautiful snake, a big female as well. I'm just gonna get out and pull the boat up here. You can get a look at this beautiful snake sitting on this stick right here. Take a look at that. That is an amazing animal. Get a close-up shot of this. Here, I'll bring the boat over. Look at that snake sitting on there waiting for any birds to come and land on this little stick right here. And that has to be one of the most beautiful snakes I've ever seen. So we're just gonna gently work with this viper right now and pick it up. You're okay. You're okay. Come on. Look at that head. It looks like a dragon. Okay. Hey girl. This is an amazing animal. Take a look at that. Now, believe it or not, the male keeled pit vipers in the same family of snakes don't get nearly this big and nearly this impressive. This is a really big female, and she'd be out here in this forest hunting birds, little rats, mice, and I'm shaking right now because this is a venomous species of snake, and I don't recommend doing this. When it's injected, you know, it might only feel like a bee sting, but it's the days and the weeks after the fact that people have actually lost fingers. So not a species that I recommend picking up, but this big girl is absolutely chilling. Such a beautiful animal. Hey, you're okay. I've been told if you want these snakes to actually stay still, you want to support that tail, because they'll actually wrap that tail up. It'll make them feel more comfortable. But get a close-up shot of that head. Absolutely insane. Look at that. Now, soon we're going to be over on Komodo Island and looking for another species of viper that's almost just as beautiful as this one right here. You know, I'm keen to see the difference between the two. It's going to be hard to top this though, hey. Their head literally looks like a dragon. Hey, get some close-ups of that. Alright, it's time to let this big girl go back out into the jungle. There you go. What an awesome experience, hey? Intense and beautiful encounter with a intense and beautiful snake. Alright. In next week's episode, we leave Wakanda River and head deep into the mountains of Western Kalimantan, searching for a species that no one has ever filmed online before. And once again, I am so grateful for all of you beautiful people supporting me, commenting on the videos, liking, subscribing, and following me on this journey. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. See you next week.